So you guys remember this truck, right? This truck right here has been here for a while. And you guys know this guy. What's up, brother?
Oh, you got here just in time.
I know, right? You better pull it out of here?
Yeah, we're gonna start it up and make sure everything's good. This one, of course, is a catastrophic engine failure that everybody likes so much. So
Yeah.
just got done setting the cab back down. We've got to do a couple more little things on it, but just got done adding oil to it, filled up the antifreeze, and we're getting ready to do a first fire.
Okay, so
ready?
yeah, well hold on. Did you do a long block here?
It was a complete engine. So
okay.
When we get the 5th gens, we don't get just a bare long block, we get a complete engine.
Okay.
So it's got the turbo, it's got the EGR valve, throttle body, wiring harness, everything.
So they pulled one of these off the line at the Cummins factory.
This one was a rebuilt to go back into service from the Mopar rebuilder.
Really? Hold on here.
Not some aftermarket company. As you can tell by all of the everything painted this dark charcoal color.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have Josh shine some light here.
So everything is painted that color. A lot of it's going to burn off as it fires up, but yeah.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah, they even sent a new map sensor, which is kind of crazy.
A new map sensor?
Yeah, it gets everything. All new sensors, the injection pump, all of it's brand new. It's literally a complete engine.
Wow. Now, is this a good or bad thing if I have a reman engine in a truck that has about 50,000 miles on it?
Well, so a reman, if you think about the process that it takes to remanufacture an engine, you've actually got a human being that's miking out and measuring all your tolerances as they're building the engine. On a manufactured engine, their tolerances are so close that they don't actually measure all of that during manufacture because everything is machined to a very specific standard.
Okay.
The problem with that is machines make mistakes. There's a flaw in the materials or some little digit wrong in the coating and the engine still gets put together and put in a truck, then it's going to fail.
Right.
Having a remanufactured engine where somebody has actually manually gone through, measured all the tolerances, and put an engine together, you're probably going to get a better product out of a remanufactured engine than you are an actual off the assembly line from that manufacturer.
See, I didn't know that. See, if I would have saw this in my truck, I'd be like, what the heck? Like, I bought the truck brand new, and now it's all painted this gray color.
Yeah.
I mean, they paint everything too. I mean, they didn't spare anything. Now, you did save the guy's fuel filter.
Yeah,
cover.
he had a cool little metal fuel filter cap there. Yeah, just everything that I can. You know, he spent money on it at one point because that's something he wanted to have.
Right.
I just swap it over.
That's awesome, man.
And before I put the engine in, you know, I cleaned the whole frame off and cross members because it had chunks of metal and oil from when this thing blew up.
Yeah.
I had to clean all of that off, degrease it, make it nice and pretty so that when the next person that's crawling around under here, only way he's going to be able to tell if this had a motor was the color of the paint that they used. So,
wow. So this is 90 days in service.
At least.
Wow.
Yeah.
From start to finish. And what held up the process? Because you had the truck apart in less than 5-6 hours.
Star, our engineering department.
Wow.
They want to make sure that all of the steps required for them to cover a $26,000 engine has been covered. The maintenance records and plenty of pictures. I mean, I had the cab off of this thing 3 times because they wanted more pictures. So finally I pulled the motor and took it apart and put about 100 pictures back to them and said, anything else? I mean, come on, this is ridiculous now. Wow. So,
that's awesome. So you ready to start it up?
Yeah.
First time?
First time. Let's see what she does.
Let's see what it sounds like. Brand new Cummins.
Boy, she's quiet.
She's real quiet.
She doesn't have no rattle, rattle, bang, bang.
Well, here's something else you can check too.
If there's any blow-by.
No blow by. She is healthy, baby. She is healthy.
Yeah.
Wow. If I ever have a blown Cummins, I know who to come to, man.
Getting good at them.
Now we gotta do a video on your channel on this monster Ram intake, dude. Because you talked about this before with me. You're like, dude, like, why didn't Ram just do this from the factory? Just call Banks up, give it some Bill Banks love, as you call it.
I wish that the aftermarket industry and the manufacturers would all get together and go, how can we build these things to where they run clean and they run forever? And do it to where it doesn't cost the customer an arm and a leg.
Right.
But that's the problem, is to build them like that, it'll cost an arm and a leg. But here's another thing that a lot of people don't think about. When manufacturers put these out, like this generation of Cummins, they, you know, claim to have over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque with the Eisen transmission and stuff. They're not maxing out that engine. They're gonna wait, because there's always the battle of who's got the most power, and it's usually Ford and Dodge.
Right.
So when Dodge comes out with their big power plant next year that's putting out 1,100 foot-pounds of torque, all Cummins has to do is make a few turns here, a tweak there, a little bit of a programming, and bam, they're 1,300.
Wow.
So it's the constant back and forth, instead of just building an engine and leaving it alone for a decade.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree with you, man.
They engineer in the ability for it to get better.
I see.
Instead of just right off the bat building it to perform. Stupid.
That's funny. Wow. Let's see what the exhaust sounds like. This truck is bone stock. No, it's healthy. It is healthy. Thoughts, anyone? Remanufactured engine. So that truck had about 53,000 miles on it. It was a 2022. I think I might have called it a 2023 by mistake, because I saw the mirrors in it this time, and it's definitely a 2022. But yeah, the truck seemed like it should have got a brand new engine, because if that was the first owner, original owner of that truck, then they should get a new engine. Now, I don't know what defines a truck to get a remanufactured engine. I don't know if there's like a guideline for that. And if you don't know, a remanufactured engine is a used engine that was rebuilt. So my questions would be, what year truck did that engine come out of? That's a big deal. Number two is, how many miles are on it? And I don't know the warranty you get with a remanufactured engine. Do they give you a longer warranty because it is a used engine that was rebuilt? I didn't know that they would be better. Josh said that, and you know, hey, he knows more than most guys I've talked to in the past about this. So he said that the engine is rebuilt and it's probably to a better standard than what is on the assembly line. So yeah, you have a man that does that for a living, and I would probably agree with that. That, you know, he's probably looking at it a little bit more closely than a machine could. So with that being said, that does seem like a little assuring, but if my truck had less than 50,000 miles on it, if it was less than 3 years old, I think I would want a new engine. Just saying. And maybe I'm just being petty. Maybe it doesn't matter. But yeah, these trucks are not cheap. And then they put that ugly coating on the engine, which I don't like. They should just do red. I mean, red would look better. But yeah, I'm just kidding. But I want to hear from you guys. Would you want a remanufactured engine in your truck? Especially if it had less than 50,000 miles, less than 3 years old. I do know from Ford, if they had a similar failure that this Ram had, they would give you a short block. And I don't agree with that at all. I think that depending on the mile and year, if you had a block go out, what's the chance of it not happening again, right? I think I would want a whole new engine, and it should just be a brand new one. Not sure what GM does, because I don't really see a lot of failures from the GM side of the house. So I am looking, though. I have been going to the Chevy and GM stores a little bit more back in the service area trying to find some. But they're just not as out there as on the Ford and Ram side. Not saying that they're more reliable, I just can't find them as much. But I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe to Josh's channel. I did put it at the very beginning. It's called Truck Stuff. And if you can't find it from there, just look up Josh Miller, as you guys saw at the beginning of this video. His channel will definitely be more in line with how to like bulletproof your engines. He'll give you some more rundowns. Like his first video that he did, he talked about Hemitech, and he actually gave some advice on ways you can prevent it. So yeah, definitely support that channel and subscribe to my channel, of course. And my wife and I don't really mention it in my videos, but my wife and I have a channel called A&B Conversations. We do talk about political things, so if you're not into that stuff, then don't watch the channel. Be sure to subscribe to that one too, because we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, I definitely want to try to do more on that channel side too, because this is a very, very important year for us all. I'm sure you guys can agree with that. So it's looking scary out there, but yes, be sure to support these channels. A lot of work going on here, and I apologize now for not really responding. I do read your guys' comments when I have the chance, but it's just kind of hard to stay on top of that. I could hire someone to pretend like it's me. I probably should do that. That way I can at least let you guys know that I'm kind of there, but I'm not really there. I'm just kidding. I'm just tired right now. You ever have those days where you're just tired and you just start rambling on? I ramble a lot because I'm always tired. So I'm going to end this video right now. I hope you guys have a good weekend. See you guys soon.